Hello, this is Dave of Tesla on the Go. Today we are going to be heading to Cary, North Carolina via the Charlotte Supercharger. But the map indicates we're going to go up on 85 for a stretch. We're not going to do that. We're going to take Highway 74 up through the Charlotte Supercharger and out on Highway 49, which is east of Charlotte, taking us through Asheboro up to Highway 64 right into Cary. There's a lot of back roads here, but we have plenty of range. Get a little bit of energy at the Charlotte Supercharger. So, here we go. Statistics show that when we get to Charlotte, with our available start mileage, we'll receive about 10 minutes of charge to get us on to Cary. While that's a good way to go, I always try to take a little bit more energy when I stop, just in case the unforeseen happens. Traffic jam, delay of some sort. It'd be nice to have a little extra range. So I usually take on about double if I can get it, but certainly a little bit more than what's indicated here for just insurance purposes. We're on our way this morning to Cary, North Carolina. We're on Autopilot on I-74. And the road's nice here this morning. Well, we're here at the Charlotte Supercharger, just about full. I charge it generally to about 80%, which is 271 miles. There's no need to charge it to 300 unless I have a real long stretch between superchargers, and in this case I do not. So I've got about 125 miles on Highway 49 to go. You'll notice that the charge power, which is over there at 38 kW now, will roll back. We've taken on 104 miles of range. Says there's 5 minutes, but I suspect here in another few seconds there it is. We are full to 80%, so I'll be pulling off the charge connector and heading down the road to Cary. Still on the way to Cary. The autopilot is engaged. We're on a divided highway here, and the weather's beautiful and the road is in excellent condition. We're on the other side of Siler City, and autopilot is just fine. On a divided highway, it'll do more than the minimum 55, and we're doing 5 over here now at 60. Well, I'm at my favorite home improvement center, and I've got all this stuff here to set up a wall charger at my house here in Cary. Well, there you go. Everything to install the wall charger outside the house. Okay, we're going to install the wall connector here. It's 20 inches from the wall. And the center of the post is. The wall connector will stick out a little bit further. And that'll give us ability to run cable, do all that's necessary. Okay, started drilling our hole. Let's put this post here. Post is cemented in the ground, 18 inches, so it shouldn't move. We used fast setting post cement. Fill up the hole, pour in the cement, and we're good to go. Next step will be to dress up the area with some rocks. Okay, the post to mount the charger is installed. It has cement around it. It's got lava rock around it. Keeps it nice and clean. It's all ready for the electrical power and the wall charger to be hooked to it. Easy to do. The post is all ready for the wall connector. Has a little copper cap. It's got the bracket mounted, and the electrician will bore the hole out a little bit for the connection to the AC. And next time you see it, it'll be all finished. Well, I just arrived at the Wilmington, North Carolina Supercharger. I got the car connected. We're at 115 kW, and I got about almost an hour to fill it all the way up. I'll leave it here for a while and wander around. Wilmington Supercharger. Everybody's seen what a supercharger looks like, but this particular one is planted right in the middle of Mayfair, which is a gigantic shopping area, movie theater, and of course places to eat. Atlantic Bread Company. Right next door is, of course, Starbucks. Get some coffee. Entire shopping center, entire main street of everything you'd ever want to buy and or eat. Even a movie way down at the end. Well, I've gained about 100 miles, and charger's now backed off to 72 kW and continues to charge. Says 30 minutes till I get to my 271 miles, which is 80% of my battery, which I generally charge almost all the time, unless of course I've got a long stretch to drive, and then I'll make sure it's charged to 300 miles. It charges much faster up to the 80% point, and then it slows down for the last 20%. Today, so far, I've driven 153 miles. I was charged at 271 miles, and down here in Wilmington, got a little job to do, and going to finish that up and then head back to Cary, North Carolina, on the way up. And my charge here should take me all the way home, no issues. I'll end up with almost 100 miles when I get there. Should pop off here in just a second. When it does, we're on the road, and which is normal. There it goes, charge complete, and we are ready to roll. Well, we're on I-40 north from Wilmington. Autopilot's on. Beautiful road condition here. We'll cross over 95, which runs up and down the East Coast. But these roads are really nice. The lines are painted straight, and the Autopilot drives very straight. This is something you don't see every day. The supercharger, when you click on it, says temporary closed. Must be working on it or servicing it today. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But I guess you got to do maintenance sometime. Well, it's Saturday morning, heading home. It's been a long week, but happy to do it. Got 212 miles of range, and from my house in Cary, I can drive all the way home. I can also stop at the Charlotte Supercharger, but I think I'm going to make it all the way home. I should arrive at about 21%. The trip from my house in Charlotte is about 235 miles, so we should make it home no problem. I could stop in Charlotte, but it's just one less stop I have to do if I can make it home. It's early. It's 7:13 in the morning, Saturday. Taking the fastest route from the Cary area, headed up 64 to 421, which I'm on now, and then going to meet up with 85 and then head it southwest, pick up 74 and head home. The Autopilot's driving as it usually does here on the highway. A little message pops up there which says you have to touch the wheel. If you don't touch it, what happens is you get this flashing light around the console. This goes for just a little bit here, and as you're going to see now, it beeps at me like I need to do something, and so I got to wiggle the wheel to let it know I'm not sleeping and I'm good to go. Essentially, that's how the Autopilot works. If I would forget to do that, I've fallen asleep, something, it would warn me several more times and then slow down, turn the emergency flashers on and stop. Considering that I'm incapacitated and unable to drive, it stops a vehicle. Never had that happen because generally I pay attention when I drive, like all drivers should, but it's allows you to relax a little bit more and consider where you're going, and just overall pay attention while you're driving. But it is kind of a relief driver at times. It's a great thing to have here in the Tesla. Nice morning weather now, drizzle, but the autopilot's in control this morning. Well, we're on Interstate 85 headed southwest, and there's not many people, fortunately, this morning. We're heading here, as you can kind of see, in Charlotte, and we're doing our thing. Got about I don't know how many miles, but we're supposed to arrive there at 8:41. Autopilot is navigating fine. The roads are very well marked this morning. Traffic is light on the way to home this morning here on I-85. The Autopilot sure makes it easy to get from place to place. It's a wonderful driving aid. You watch it and it watches you. It's kind of interesting. If you look at the car in front of me, he's over to the left side, then the right side. It's a truck, I mean. And if you watch the Autopilot, it is dead on. It puts him to the left, to the lane, and it's very accurate when it comes to identifying vehicles out on the road. So the more you drive it, the more it figures this out, and it's much better. Change lanes here by using the blinker. Lets me get where I need to go. Looks like speed limit's dropped. I'll drop by 5 here. I've got a 5 following lane range here, and I'm still behind this truck, and he's still up there now 5 lengths in front of me, and driving along. Autopilot is one fine piece of equipment. This is kind of interesting. I'm on cruise control, and we're in this construction zone, and you notice the ultrasonic sensors. If I get close, the closer I get, the more yellow they get. Very much like when you pull into the garage. If I move over to the right a little bit, they get whiter. If I move closer to the wall, they get yellow, and they'll ultimately turn red if I get too close. But that's a way of giving you an idea just how close you are to something. So we're getting close to the 5 minutes here. It's just about ready to put us on our way, and there it is, calculating time remaining. I just need to move on. You have enough to continue on your trip. So there you go. We are ready to roll. This one's kind of interesting. Got the Autopilot on. We're at a stoplight. If you look up here, there's a red car up front and a white one right in front of me, and somehow the Autopilot can tell with the cameras what color is what. It's kind of cool. Well, we're on Highway 74 near Forest City. Getting close to home. Got about 23 miles to the house. 74 is a nice road. Not so much traffic, but the Autopilot loves it because the lines are generally pretty straight, so we do real well on it. Been a great trip, been gone all week, but be glad to get home. Okay, end of a great trip. Went to Cary, North Carolina, went to Wilmington, North Carolina, did work in both locations. Now I'm back home. I arrived with 69 miles, ready to hook up to the wall charger. End of a great trip. Thank you. This is Dave. with Tesla on the go, off and clear.